Hey, good afternoon. It's a Trigger, Rich Bontrager, back with another 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Hope you're having a great day and enjoying the day, getting a lot of productive stuff done. It's one of those off-camera days for me. Last couple of days has been camera, camera, camera. It's good to get those office days sometimes, just get things done that you need to get done. But today we're back once again to help you shine on camera and shine on stage. We want you to elevate you and your brand authority so that you get more speaking gigs, more opportunities, and you get the clients, the cash flow, all the things that go along with doing that. And one of the most important things to do is have a dynamic website to help you do that. It's not easy to have a really killer website anymore. There are so many tools out there, and people are trying everything to get the right SEO, the right keywords, the right branding, color schemes, and everything. But it's hard. It's hard, really, to come up with what's the best way to do that. I'm going to give you a couple of insights. Some of these are not new, some of these have been around forever, but when you integrate them together, that's the real magic here. When you bring these different elements and you add to your website, then you get more SEO, more visitors, more traffic, more visibility. I can remember when websites first came out and people were like, this is the greatest thing. It's a virtual doorway to my new business, to my office. Great. And now they're just blown up. It's amazing what we can do with our website. But I want to start out with a couple easy things you can do. And one of them, of course, is a blog or a vlog. Blog, the written text, and you can push that out. Google and SEO love a well-written blog. Now, you can also do it with video. Video also works very well as a vlog. For those of us that aren't great writers, but we know how to crank it up on video, you can do the very same thing and embed that and share that off of your website. Don't go to another platform. Don't go someplace else. Most design platforms now for websites have an integrated blog setting. Use that and use it to repurpose older material or repurpose material you put on other ways. One thing about a blog is it does get a lot of traction, and you can take long form content, chop it up into smaller segments, and have a week-long series on one topic. Or you can do the same with the video content, but do that in a way that you will get the followers, the traction, but embed it on your website, because Google just falls in love with this blog that goes back to your website. They really bump you up because of that. Now, podcasting is all the rage. We just launched How to Rock the Stage, the podcast, today. It's gone public now. We are already getting listeners and followers. Please subscribe, please follow. But the podcast is another great way of doing this. Now, we've been doing our video streaming show for over 3 years. That's another great way. We'll talk more about video in a second. But the audio podcast is such an easy way to take content. Again, like a blog, you can already take content you've already got and turn it into mini episodes. You can do interviews. You can do dialogues with people about the content you care about and that your listeners care about. But this podcast now can be embedded on your website as well. Plus, the great thing about it is if you use a resource like Anchor, you go through one and then it just spreads out to all the other platforms. They will help push it out for you. You can write one description, one lead, one great sizzle statement, and they will actually put it out on Apple and Stitcher and everywhere that there's a podcast. It will grow and go. Get on as many platforms as you can, but make sure your feed is also on your website. Again, most platforms have an embed podcast platform. You click a couple buttons, your feed drops in with the RSS, and you're off and running. It's a great way, again, to add to a more robust website and feature that when you're threading out and sharing it, drive them back to your main website. Yes, the Anchor and the other places are doing that for you, but you want the traction to go to your main center hub of all your social media. Video content, again, we could talk for hours on video content. There's so many different ways to leverage it, but video is now really blowing up the SEO. When you put video with the written blog together, it really is a powerful combination. But if you're like me and you lean heavier more on the video, share your YouTube content. embed it into your own website. Do direct the website. Don't even go to YouTube if you don't want to. Just embed it right there on your website. And that's a dynamic way that you can get direct lead, direct tractions right there at that moment. But the video content, now you can also add the word captures. So it's the video, it's the interactive nature of it. But now with the written text popping up, you're also touching on people that are often watching, but doing other things, and those word bubbles make a difference. Leverage this all to help make your dynamic website. The about page is something that usually is a throwaway. It's amazing how many people have an about page but haven't touched it for years. I just recently talked to somebody this week that had an about page, very outdated, and some private information that doesn't need to be there. We had a conversation, got things moving. They were going to go back in and redo that. Your about page is a missing gem. This is where you not only get to talk about your business, but this is where you get to bring in your personal likes, your dislikes, your favorite food, your hobbies. You can use the about page to showcase some of your personal photos. So you can really make that about page something really captivating for people, but make it about you. One thing I've recently done to my about page is I now have a new tool called Ask Me, or I branded it Ask the Trigger. You can literally grab your phone, ask me a question on your phone, send it to me, and I will reply back to you via video, direct one-on-one. It's like a frequently asked question page, but you do it on the video. Oh, by the way, speaking about FAQs, that's a great page to have on your website. FAQs save people a lot of time. They're also very keyword search friendly for Google and other platforms out there. And you can take video and turn those into frequently asked questions. You can make it kind of a game show, fun thing where Susie asked me about this. Yeah, we get this question a lot. Thanks, Susie. And then you can explain it in a explainer video for frequently asked questions. Or you can do it with a text and have those FAQs pop up. Move those more to the front of your website too. Don't bury them in the long threads that you have to click on and go. No, put the FAQs very clear and very obvious, either on your front page, then it's a quick click and you're embedding it down to the next page. That's fine. But make FAQs easy to find. It really makes the customer journey, the relationship journey, so much more fun, so much more easy. And you want to make it easy for everyone coming to your website. You want to take away all of the ability to scare them away. Don't have a bunch of lead funnels and click here and go there and find this. This is why we're doing this today, to help you make it easy for you and your clients to connect through your website. Another way to improve this is get testimonials. I have sprinkled testimonials all throughout my website. They're not on just one page. I do have a testimonial video reel that highlights what some of those great experts out there that I've worked with have said about me and rock the stage. But I also have them dropped in on other pages. So you get testimonials all the way through the journey that you now have on your website. Again, make it fun, make it entertaining, and kind of make it three-dimensional. Surprise people by what you have on your website. And then the final thing I want to add in here is interviews. Right now, before we went live, I am about ready to push out a new interview I had on Speakeronomics from the National Speakers Association. I also embed those onto my website. I have a whole page dedicated to interviews. And with the interviews, I'll take the audio ones and put some of those up there, and I'll put some of the video ones up there. So it's all these interviews. People love to hear you speak on podcasts, on streaming content. It shows your expertise. It shows you in action. It makes people understand the power that you bring to your unique space and industry. Now, that's a lot of different pages. Those are a lot of different opportunities. You don't have to go do all of them at once, but maybe pick one or two that you think are going to elevate you and your brand. What are those ones that are easy for you to keep updating, keep moving? Because a static website without updates, without fresh content, without the interaction, that website will not thrive and grow. It's just going to be something up there, and it's not going to bring in the traffic. You want something that's updatable. It's got to be fresh. It's got to be timely. Even if you have something like we just went through Valentine's Day, drop on a little banner about Valentine's and Halloween coming around. Drop on a banner about Halloween. Those keywords behind that SEO will help pull people into it. Do a blog on Christmas that ties into the business world or on the sales and marketing and add that onto your website because it will pull people in. Think about what you've done with your website. Think about how it looks right now. Is it fresh? Is it on brand for you? Yes, I'm talking about the branding, the colors, the logos. There's that side that you still need to maintain. But does it represent you and your voice? When people go to your website, do they think, wow, that's Trigger? Yeah, that's all Trigger. I totally understand this guy. I understand why he's all about media and why he's out there helping people. You need to look at it from that perspective. Another way to make a dynamic website is test it on your friends and family. Test it on a couple people that know you well, you trust them well, and let them actually reflect on and say, you know what, this was kind of bogged down. You're moving kind of slow here. Or you know what, I didn't give a flying rip about those FAQs. Take them away. But whatever it is, you want people to actually like visiting your website. And you need to keep updating that website. One of the reasons that I use video so much, it's an easy way to update my website all the time. I'm doing these 2 p.m. lives. I'm doing my live show. I'm doing guest appearances. We now have the audio podcast going. And all that's being embedded in there, but it's very easy to do that within a few minutes, update it, hit publish, keep the fresh traction going. You have any questions on this? You have any questions about how to better elevate you, your brand through having a dynamic website, one that doesn't get lost in all the noise out there? You can easily reach out, ask me some questions. I'd love to know what you're thinking on this subject matter. Contact me, rich@richbontrager.net. That's rich@richbontrager.net. Or just go check out the website. Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear. What do you think of rockthestagemedia.com? Let me know if it's too cumbersome, if you got lost. Hey, maybe it's not on brand after all, Trigger. Why don't you check things out and let me know what you think? And I would love to hear your feedback. Do you have a dynamic, exciting website? That's going to do it for the day. I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow, 2 p.m. live with The Trigger. We're back Monday through Friday, streaming live to help you shine on camera, shine on stage, to elevate you and your brand. So you are that go-to expert that everyone wants to click, like, follow, and connect with. Until tomorrow at 2 p.m., I'm The Trigger, Rich Bontrager. We'll see you.